Hi everyone, in this video we will learn random forest, and that was requested by number of viewers. They said, ma'am, please prepare one video on random forest. So here is in this video, I will tell you how the random forest it will work, and what is the use of random forest where we are going to use, and as well as with the help of heat map also we have to explain where is the missing value and how we have to remove it, data cleaning also. So here is, first of all, you can see this is my file name. So I'm just changing my file name as per today's date. I'm just renaming this. Let me, here is, I'm just giving new file name, right? And this is my file name is random forest, and as well as I'm giving this file name is that would be 9th June 2022. And let me rename this. So now you can see random forest 9 June 2022. And first of all, this is the markdown. Through markdown, I had given this title random forest. And how many total directories or libraries we have to call? First of all, we are going to import numpy as np, import pandas as pt, import matplotlib as mpl, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, import cborn as sv. Because cborn library I required only for this purpose, because I am going to, here is to draw heat maps. So here is what we have to do. I'm going to using Titanic data, right? And Kaggle, on this Kaggle, this data is easily available over there. You can download this data, and but make sure this data file should be stored in the same folder, whatever is your directory you had decided, right? So that should be available in the same folder. So here is train, right? I had created one variable train, and then pd.read_csv. And here is, I had called this file tested.csv. In this file, that is Titanic data. And let me check what is the shape of this particular file. I mean, I want to check how many rows and how many columns are available in this particular file. So I'm using this function print train.shape. So that means in my file, 418 are rows and 12 columns. And I just want to see first 5 rows of this particular file. So train.head, this function I'm going to use, and you can see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. First 5 rows is easily visible here. And if you would like to see, all the column names are reflecting over here. So this data is basically how many, this you can see survived 0, 1, 0, 0. I mean, these are the passenger IDs. And this is survived. This is the P class. So total number of P class are 3, 3 to 1. And this is the sex. These are the name of the person, age, right? And here is, you can see 0, 1 means how many of them, those are some are survived, some were died. So here is, I had given coding of this 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, right? So we would like to predict this model. So first of all, what we have to do, drop the columns. Those are not relevant, right? So drop the column, because I don't want these columns, name, ticket, cabins, because I don't require. The most relevant column is survive, because I do want to predict on the basis of this. I mean, how many would, survival rate of this particular data set. So you can see here, when I had used this particular columns, I have dropped, here is train.drop, column drop, access 1. And when I will see first 5 rows, so then I can see these particular columns are not here, name, ticket, and cabin, because I had dropped these columns. And we'll have to check for the null values of the heat map, right, to heat map. And you can see here, I had used this function sv.heatmap df dot is null. So now you can see this part, age, you can see Here is all these column names are available on the x-axis, and y-axis you can see, because you can see how many total number of the rows. I will show you for 418, and these rows are reflecting, means these are the passenger numbers, right? So here is those are missing. You can see this is through heat map, it is reflecting. These values are missing. So we can replace these missing value with interpolated values. So what I did, I had used this, I had created this one particular column, DFH and DFH interpolated. And sv.heatmap, and now again I have run the same function through heat map. Now you can see here what is the difference. In each particular column, there is no missing value. That means all the missing values are filled, because for this I had used this function interpolate, right? So next we have to go for this further data cleaning. First data cleaning part is how we have to fill the values, and there is the one more method through which you can clean the data. I'm just sharing this. Here is I had used naspt.concat. Concat here is train dot is null dot sum, right? Those are the in the key train. Here is you can see I just want to show whatever is the columns have missing value that should be reflected under this heading train. Train means that is the key area. And in my data file, these are the three: age, fare, and Kevin, right? This function I had used before dropping that particular columns. You can see these columns I had dropped, right? Name, ticket, and Kevin. But this function I had run before this. Right. So here is age 86 values are missing. Fare 1 value is missing. Kevin is 327. So ages we have to fill with the help of the mean also. Rather than we had used there's the one function that is interpolated. I am going to use, there is the one function that is mean. So train age, there's the segregate column, and train age, fill NA, right? And here's the mean. So that means whatever is the mean value of the age, that would be filled by all the 86 missing values. Next, we come to the most common value, right? So most common value here is we are used, rather than mean, we had used mode, right? Because fare is only falling in these three categories, right? So whatever is the highest frequency, either 1, 2, 3, or 4 kinds of fare maximum. So here is the maximum used fares that would be filled by that mode. So we cannot use mean value. For the cabin also, right, there is the mode. And what we have to do, p class train, p class dot apply string. Up now, what we have to do, create dummy variables, right, for all categorical variables. So we are, because we want to replace, those are the categorical variables. Categorical variables, I'm just showing you in my upper file. Then I think most clear to you. I think these are, you can see, sex, male, female, male, female. So these are the categorical variables. So it should be replaced, because this is the machine. Machine would not understand male and female. That would understand male means, here is, we had given some number 0, or female means 1. Any number would be assigned. So what we are doing here in this same process, we are doing we are assigning dummy variables. So those are the string we will replace with the one number. So I had used this particular function. Here is for loop. Here's the column in train.dtypes, train.dtypes object, right? Wherever is the find string. So for dummy, train.pop column and train pd.concat, right? And dummies, right? And it would be replaced, because all these strings with numbers. And now I just want to see whether it has done or not. So I will use train.head. And now you can see here is, there is the column. Let me check. Right. All these things has been replaced with the number. All the string number values, when names would be replaced with the numbers. So here is what we have to do. Levels train.pop survived, right? We had created one level survived. We just want to, in this levels that is segregated this particular column. And from sklearn, what we have to do, because we have to work only on this particular column, right? So training data set and testing data set. And we had used in my previous videos also sklearn.model selection import train underscore test underscore split. So we want to divide our data into two parts, training data set and testing data set. But we can see here that should be 0.225, right? Testing data set should be 0.25. It could be anything. It could be 80-20%. It could be 70-30%. But I preferred here is 75% should be my test training data and 25% would be my testing data set, right? So here is from sklearn and assemble import random forest classifier, and RF, I had created this particular variable random forest classifier rf.fit and train x underscore train y underscore train and random forest classifier y underscore prediction predicted and rf.predict x underscore test. So from sklearn matrix, import ROC underscore curve, right? AUC stands for accuracy. So I just want to see accuracy, right? So this is the proper function I had used, right? False positive rate. Let me little bit bigger side, then I think that could be more clarity to you. So now we can see here is from sklearn matrix import, right? False positive underscore rate. And here is the threshold, right? And y test, y prediction, and after that ROC accuracy, false positive rate, true positive rate, and ROC. This one is underscore AUC, and now model is 98% is accurate. Right. So we can run on the testing data, right? I mean, this is the prediction model, Y prediction. So 98% my prediction is correct. So I'm sure this random forest, this one is the video would be helpful to you. So keep watching. I'm sure we are meeting. See you in the next video. Thank you. Keep watching.